Hey everyone, welcome to my channel Code with Surya Official. In today's video, we will be creating a cool hover effect for social icons using HTML, Tailwind CSS and JavaScript. When you hover over the icons, you will see a smooth animations. Additionally, when you click on an icon, it will active and rotate 360 degree with a stylish animation. This is a great project to improve your front-end development skill. If you are new to this channel, then please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you are ready, then let's get started. Now, I am in the Visual Studio Code Editor. I already created a folder, name is Social Icon App. Inside this folder, I am going to create our HTML file. So let's create our HTML file. And our HTML file name is index.html. To generate HTML boilerplate, need to write exclamation mark plus enter. So you can see our HTML boilerplate has been generated. Okay, so first we need to change its title to Social Icon App. Okay, so in this project we are going to use Tailwind CSS. So let's check for Tailwind CDN. So let's search here tailwindcss.com. So this is the official website for Tailwind CSS. So let's click this get started button. From there I am going to click display CDN tab, and here if I come down, so there is a script tag. So we need to copy this script tag and go back to the VS Code, and after this title tag need to paste it here. So you can see Tailwind CDN has been linked in our HTML file. Okay, so let's close this sidebar and let me zoom it. So let's start writing our HTML structure. So for that, in the body tag, we need to create a class, and here height is screen and BG color is gray 900. Save it, and to run this HTML file, need to click this go live button from this Visual Studio Code Editor. So you can see our background color has been applied in the screen. So let's go back to the VS Code. So inside this body tag, we need to create a div, and inside this div I am going to create our social media icons. For that, let me write the comment. So the first one is Facebook, second one is Twitter, third one is Instagram, fourth one is GitHub, and the last one is YouTube. So let's start generating the Facebook icon. So for that, let me create an anchor tag, and inside this anchor tag I am going to create a class, and width is 16, height is also 16, and display is flex, align items is center, justify also center, and the background color is BG gray 100, rounded is full. Okay, and we need to put some shadow here. So shadow is LG. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So here it is. Okay, so there is no Facebook icon, so we need to search for font awesome CDN. So let's search here font awesome CDN. So let's click this first link. So this is the official website for font awesome CDN. So from there I'm going to click this copy link tag, and let's go back to the VS Code, and after this title tag need to paste it here. So you can see font awesome CDN has been linked in our HTML file. Okay, so let's go back to the browser and let's search for font awesome library. Let's click this first link. So this is the official website for font awesome library. So let's click this icon menu. From there I am going to search for Facebook icon. So it will display a bunch of icons. So let's click this icon. So it will open up a pop-up. From there, let's copy this code snippet and let's go back to the VS Code, and inside this anchor tag I need to paste it here. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So you can see now our Facebook icon is displaying. Okay, but this icon is too small, so we need to do some styling. So for that we need to write here text is 3XL and text color is blue 500. So save it and check it in the browser. So here it is. So this looks absolutely awesome. Okay, but when I hover over these icons, I want to change its scale. Okay, so for that I need to go back to the VS Code, and after this shadow LG need to create a hover effect, and here I need to change the scale to 110, and when we hover over these icons, then the shadow color change to blue 500 by 50. So save it and check it in the browser. So here it is. But if I hover over these icons, so the zooming effect is too fast. So for that, I need to write here, after this shadow LG, we need to put some transition here. Transition is all, duration is 300. So save it and check it in the browser. So this looks absolutely awesome. But I want to put this icon in the middle of the screen. So for that, so let's go back to the Visual Studio Code editor, and we have this body tag, and here I'm going to write display is flex, items is center, and justify also center. So save it and check it in the browser. So now the icon is coming exactly in the center of the screen. Okay, so this looks fine. Okay, so let's do it for the other one. So let's copy this anchor tag and paste it here below this Twitter comment. Okay, so instead of this FA Facebook, we need to write here Twitter. And instead of this text blue 500, we need to write text cyan 500. So save it and check it in the browser. So here it is. But you can see our Facebook icon and this Twitter icon is displaying in vertically, but I want to put it in a horizontally. So for that, I need to go back to the VS Code, and we have this tip. So let's create a class for this tip. So display is flex, and we need to give some space. So the space x is 6. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So now this looks absolutely awesome. Okay, so let's do it for the Instagram. So let's copy this anchor tag and paste it here, and instead of this Twitter need to write Instagram, and instead of this cyan color we need to put it here pink 500. Okay, and let's quickly do it for GitHub and YouTube. And for the GitHub, instead of this Instagram, we need to put it here GitHub, and we don't want this text color. And here for the YouTube, we need to put it here FA YouTube, and instead of this pink color, we need to put it here red color. So save it and check it in the browser. So now you can see all the icons are displaying in the screen. Okay, so this looks absolutely awesome. So we did a mistake here, you can see. So if I hover over these icons, then all the shadow is showing in the same color. So for that, we need to do it here. If you see, for the Facebook is fine, and for the Twitter, it should be cyan color. And here in the Instagram, it should be pink color. And for the GitHub, it should be gray color, and for the YouTube, it should be red color. So save it and check it in the browser. Now this looks absolutely awesome. Okay, so this looks fine. I want to do some more animation here. When I click this icon, then this Facebook icon should be rotate to 360-degree. Okay, so for that, I have to go back to the VS Code, and let's create a style tag after this link tag. Okay, I need to create a class. So dot, and the class name is rotate on click. And inside this class, we need to put some transition here. So the transition is transform 0.5 second is in out. So let's copy this class and paste it each and every I tag. So let's do it quickly. So save it and check it in the browser. So the next step is, if I click this icon. That means this icon should be active. So for that I need to create another class dot rotate on click dot active. When it is active, transform rotate is 360 degree. Okay, so for that I need to put this active class to each and every icons when we clicked. Okay, so for that we need to create a JavaScript here. Okay, so below this body tag we need to create a script tag here, and inside the script tag we need to create a function, and the function name is rotate icon, and the parameter is element. And inside this function need to write element dot query selector. Inside this I am going to paste our class, so the class name is rotate on click. Okay, so let's put it inside a variable, and the variable name is icon. Okay, so after that we need to add a active class. So for that I need to write icon dot class list dot add, and we need to put this class as a active. So let's write dot active. After 5 seconds we need to remove this class. So for that I need to write here set timeout function, and here it is an arrow function, and need to write 500 millisecond. So here we need to remove the active class. So for that I need to write icons dot class list dot remove, and we need to remove this active class. Okay, so save it, and let's call this function inside this anchor tag. In the anchor tag I need to write a event here, and the event is on click event, and here we need to call this rotate icon, and this rotate icon need this keyword. Okay, so let's copy this event and paste it in the other anchor tag. So let's do it quickly. Okay, so save it and check it in the browser. So when I click this icon, okay, so it is not working. So let me check the JS code. So, okay, so here it is a typo. It is already a class, so there is no need to put this dot symbol here. So save it and check it in the browser. If I click, then you can see this 360-degree rotating is happening. So this looks absolutely awesome. Okay, so this is all about this video. If you found this video helpful, then please give it a thumbs up. It really motivates me. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Code with Surya Official. Till then, keep smiling and happy coding. See you in the next video.